Hey y'all, y'all come in, come in, good people, come in. Y'all gonna see we're gonna be back. We back and we back and we back. And we're gonna be back a lot of time. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about this Sebastian Rogers and what really happened to Sebastian. Okay? I'm gonna give y'all time to come in, okay? Okay, y'all. I want to talk about Sebastian Rogers, and the reason why I want to talk about Sebastian Rogers is because we got so many Sebastian Rogers out there. Okay, and sometimes I wish I didn't care that much about kids. Period. Even though they're not my kids, I did. I just hate that people ask for help. With looking for their kids, and then they don't want you to question them about what happened to their kid. So I wanna. That just mean when I put my heart into a kid, it doesn't matter what color they are. They just a kid to me. And I thought about Sebastian Rogers been on my mind because how why are our kids disappearing in the middle of the night? Why aren't we getting up off the floor, off the bed, and to check and see where the noise coming from? Why are we front sitting on our bed yelling, saying, "What are you doing? Whatever you're doing in there, you need to go to sleep." Why are we doing that? Why aren't we getting up, benefiting to what's going on in that room? What is going on? Why are we losing our kid to ding like it's some bewitched or some kind of power that making them disappear? What is going on with Sebastian Rogers' case? Now, all I heard was good things about Sebastian Rogers. All I heard was great things about Sebastian Rogers. I heard very good things about this Sebastian's coming from his teacher. But then it seems like when you hear from the parents, it's a different story mentally to you about what's going on with Sebastian. All we heard was he was a lovable boy. He was happy. He always smiling, but you don't see a happy child smiling. And sometimes we smile because we sad. Sometimes we smile because we happy. Now, I want to get into. I'm not about to blame Proudfoot. What his name? What is the man name? I don't want to say his name wrong. I don't want to say his name. Proudfoot. Okay. You want to know why your kids play so much? Why are they a prankster? Why you want to know why they don't tell the truth? Why they act the way they act? It's because the way you act in front of them. Now, Chris said something. I don't understand why Chris think that. I don't have nothing against him. I don't understand why is he the leader. He the leader of this missing boy. because he's immature. Okay, and I don't. It's something about him. It's something about him, and I don't want to. Chris keep giving me a different affection about him. Okay, let me get off of him, but he's going to be in this. Why do he has to be his own sports person for him, Chris, and what's the girl, Katie? Why and for Sebastian? Okay, he want us to focus on what happened to Sebastian. Now I'm gonna play a little snip of what he said about how Sebastian disappeared out of thin air. And we know going where a person just can't disappear out that bedroom without you knowing about it. Unless you were heavily off or something. Yeah, I take my cases serious. And sometimes I feel bad for myself to be so serious about what really happened to these kids. And I hear different messages. That's why we have to be accountable as mothers. Because we have to protect our cubs. Okay? Now, I'm gonna let y'all hear something that I went back. My main focus on Sebastian. I don't know Sebastian. I can only tell y'all what I hear and what the news of y'all put out there on Sebastian. Some of the stuff I don't believe, and some of the stuff that I believe that happened. But the mama and the mother and her prankster boyfriend was on. Her boyfriend was on. Her husband was on Grace show. Okay, Nancy Grace show. Okay, and y'all got to understand these people right here can get people on these shows. Okay, I just like to follow them so I can get information and use my own knowledge of what happened. That's one thing about me. I become straightforward. Okay, so I want y'all to hear something. I'm not about to say Chris is lying. I just don't understand by him being the youngest why he's controlling the narrative. What happened? Why he want us to think this man is giving us some kind of message. I don't know what is it that he's trying to give us. He's trying to tell us something. But he don't want the mom, he don't want the daddy to put the story out there. You see what I mean? He wants to be the leader. That we talking about Chris Prafford. Y'all, I may not have a big channel, but I ain't stupid, okay? I got very smart. Listen to what Nancy is. Yeah. Okay, listen to this. I'm just now Chris just came through my mind just a few minutes ago that uh, he do have a voice and he does have an opinion. What is it he's trying to say? Okay, let's listen to this.
That
that you hit him with a belt?
that did not turn into a CPS request.
Okay. He said with him hitting Sebastian with a belt didn't cause uh, the supervision from the county to come over there. I have to be careful with my words, okay, that I use on here. So listen to what he said. And the same thing, get in Sebastian's shoes. Be Sebastian for a day. Let's right now, let all us be Sebastian, 15-year old. Let's be that typical 15-year old. They got sense. Autistic kids got plenty of sense. Let's be Sebastian. Now listen to Chris, but we are Sebastian right now.
Service call.
There were other CPS reports, right? Were they regarding your other child?
There is one in regards to my daughter that I know of out in New Mexico with my ex-wife and myself.
What happened?
At the time, my ex-wife had fled to New Mexico with my daughter. We are going through a custody and a divorce case at that time. And at the time, when I'd call and try to check in on my daughter, I could never reach my ex-wife at that time. So a welfare check was requested. Law enforcement told me to call CPS if I had concerns. So I called CPS. Law enforcement did make a welfare call, and that was it.
I don't understand it. To be honest, he ain't say nothing. He still ain't tell us what happened. Yeah, that man something else. That man something else, boy. That man is something else, y'all. That pride foot. That person. he. I don't know what to do with
Did
Chris,
he have
y'all.
other issues at school?
Wait.
Did he have other issues at school?
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. See, my thing is with Chris. With Chris, I'm not laughing at nobody. I'm laughing at Chris because he don't answer your question. He wants to be the sports person to the family, but and about the case, but he don't want to answer your question. Okay, and he tickled me to death because he is a prankster. He's funny. He's funny, and we're not laughing. Right? We're not laughing. We're trying to find Craig. We're trying to find the truth. Okay.
Start searching. Did Sebastian know how to drive?
No, ma'am.
Was your car in the same location when you woke up that morning as it was the night before?
Yes, ma'am.
Has your car been searched by police?
Multiple times. Yes, ma'am.
Have scent dogs looked at your car?
Yes, ma'am.
So your car's in the same place. You get in the car, you start looking in the neighborhood for him. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Yeah.
you
I stopped to put a hold on that because this girl is scared. I don't care what y'all say. Katie is scared, y'all. Katie is scared. Katie is so afraid. Right now, Katie is asking y'all for help. This girl's so pale. She's so stiff. She is so inattention. I ain't never seen that like that. This is scary. She really, Katie is sitting there like a ghost. She's sitting there like a somebody scared. I don't like her living like that. I don't like her. She's not relaxed unless she's afraid of the television. You know what I mean? Unless she, it's her child, y'all. It's her child. It's her child. And Katie got to tell y'all. Katie got one day. I'm surprised. It's somebody on nailing hitting her on the head. They go to nail, and somebody banging on that nail, hitting her on the head. Don't you let up off this story. Now you know we got to keep this story out here. No, we got to keep the vision on Sebastian now. Just don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Cause we got to do this. Cause this is what we paid to do. This is why we here. Because we said we want to do this. So let's do it. That's the image that she's giving me. Okay? This girl don't look like a happy, relaxed, 30-some-year-old girl. I got a daughter her age. And she relaxed and she happy. She ain't going through this. But I don't understand. She's not relaxed. She in a tension. Like, right now, we don't know. Is it two phones sitting there looking at her? Is it somebody looking at her while she's speaking on one video? Somebody, is it two phones she looking at like this? Is while she talking to Nancy? Is it like this? I'm watching your A as you speak. So you better not get out of hand. You can see her talking to Nancy, and then sometimes she'll glance over here. And she'll glance. He's doing it too. But Chris is he's the attention thing right here. He's the attention right here. You better not make a mistake. Okay.
Call Mr. Proudfoot, right?
I believe I was already on the phone with him at that point.
Okay. Question. Who called 911?
I did.
Now, why did it take him to say I did? Why is Chris control of who to call? Don't you call the police for nothing. Unless you call me. Why is it take a mother to go through the baby through her husband to call 911? My son is missing. So let me dial 911. Then I called my husband. I called 911 because Sebastian not in his room. I don't even know. Is he with you, sweetie? Or either I would have said, Sebastian with you? If I called my husband, Sebastian with you? Because I looked all over the house for him. I don't see him. Oh, well, let me call 911. Why Chris had to dial 911? Why Chris had to do that? That's not Chris' child. Chris, you're not important right now. You're not important. Sebastian is important. All we know, this could have been planned ahead of time. They know what was going to happen. I don't want to put pressure on them because there is a missing child, so I'm still focusing on Sebastian because he loved his mom. He said, "Mom, I love you." He said, "Mom, I love you. I love you, dogs. I love you, dogs." Like I talk to my dogs, so I can feel him saying, "I love." That don't mean he crazy. He said, "I love you, dogs." I tell my babies all the time. These two right here, I love you, Bookie. I told him I love him when I went on the trip. I want y'all to be good. Now, listen to what Chris said. It's two different things I want. Chris said he wasn't at home. I'm going to let y'all hear. Chris wasn't around when this happened to Sebastian. What time he was in the house? Let's give a timeline when he left the house. We haven't got a time when he left the house. When Chris Proudfoot left the house, did Sebastian leave with Chris Proudfoot? If he didn't, why did Chris? Why did Sebastian? We keeping our vision on Sebastian. Why did Sebastian leave when Chris left? Or did Sebastian leave after Chris left? What time did Chris leave? It's very important to us. It's because if he left after we need to find out did he leave before Chris. Chris don't talk like he Chris Chris don't talk like he was there when he act like he was there when he left. That's the message that I'm getting up here. That Chris, from what Chris Proudfoot said, that he left early to go to work. Was Sebastian in that room? Did Sebastian leave the same time, Chris? Did Sebastian leave before Chris? We need a time right there. We need time, okay? Now listen to this part. I want y'all to listen to this. Hold on for a minute. Listen to what Chris said happened. Listen to this. This is scary. They making this seem like a mystery ghost story.
Sebastian walked out of the house, stepped off the porch, and has vanished into thin air.
Did y'all hear Chris? Did y'all hear what Chris Proudfoot just said? I'm so tired of them using that word thin air. If they come up with another word says something about thin air one more time in one of these YouTube stories, I don't know what to do. How many times have we heard they vanish in thin air? How many times have you heard thin air? I ain't heard thin air until I got on YouTube. Chris said he went out the door, front door. Did he just vanish? The Bewitch is not real. I Dream of Jeannie is not real. What in the UFO did I pick him up in front of that door? Think about it, people. Let's think about Sebastian Rogers. Let's really think about what Chris just said. Chris said he went out the front door. You mean to tell me that Katie was awake and alive? And she didn't tell us that he went out that front door. She said she heard a thud in the room. I don't even know what that sound like. I don't even know what she talking about. I don't know what that sound like. A thud. I don't know what that sound like. So I want to ask Katie this. Is it a difference between a thud? That ain't the first time I heard a thud. A thud. Then your front door shut. That should be a difference between my front door is gonna shut. My front door is gonna closed different than like somebody just went out the door, boom. So I told my mom I love my mom and everything. I love your dogs and everything. So I just closed my eyes and I walked in my sleep and I went out the front door. And you didn't know that boy opened up that front door, Katie. Katie, we focusing on, I want them parents to know that we really are focusing on Sebastian. But we don't hear, we are focusing on Sebastian. We just don't understand. We trying to make some sense out of this thing. But y'all keep coming up with these different stories. Y'all keep making up stuff. And y'all making up stuff because the people already don't explode y'all. The people already don't told what happened, and y'all story is over. See, your story wasn't supposed to be over and then quick. It's supposed to be where, like Kanika Jenkins, where y'all supposed to figure it out. But the people who out there putting the clues ain't doing a good job because you got some real people who concerned about kids and care about kids. Now, think about what Chris just said. Chris just told y'all that Sebastian went out there on the front porch, went out the front door. Where he get that from? Where did he get that from? Where did Chris Proudfoot get that Sebastian went out the front door? Where did he get that from? Who told him that Sebastian went out the front door? Why do he think Sebastian went out the front door? So when he left the house, I'm bringing y'all back to there. I'm bringing y'all back to when Sebastian left the house. Did you see Sebastian go out the front door when you left, Chris? And you picked him up the street somewhere? Why would you say that he walked out the house? Were you awake when he went when you left, when you left home? Why did you say did he leave with you? Did he leave before you? How would you know if you're not at home? Think about it, y'all. Think about it. How would he know this information if he was at home? Now, Katie is already irresponsible, an irresponsible person. She care less if he walk out that door or not. So she must don't care nothing about what he do. Like, Chris pay attention to him because that's not, he may be jealous of their relationship, mother and son relationship. I don't know. Okay, but listen to this. And then listen to this and think about what Chris Proudfoot said. This is how we're gonna do it on the Real Deal channel. We got to verify some stuff. What time he left the house? Because how you gonna tell me that you saw Sebastian go out the front door if you weren't there? You can't say something if you wasn't there. So when you awake and he left out the front door and met you up the street, what happened? Okay, now let's listen to this.
You did.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
time?
Without looking at a call log, I can't give you the exact time, but on or about 6:20.
Hold up. Listen what he said. I'm back. What Nancy just asked him, the same thing I asked him. See, Nancy Grace is a straight up forward person like I am. I'm not gonna be around the bush with you. I'm gonna come straight out. And I'm gonna ask you the question. So of course you're not gonna like me. Because I'm the good old guy. Now listen to this.
Where were you living in Memphis?
I have an RV trailer that I stay in at an RV park.
RV park. Okay. Following back up on that morning, you search the home, Miss Proudfoot. Then you get in your vehicle and you start searching. Did Sebastian know how to drive?
No, ma'am.
Was your car in the same location when you woke up that morning as it was the night before?
Yes, ma'am.
Has your car been searched by police?
Multiple times. Yes, ma'am.
Have scent
Why did
dogs?
they check her car multiple times? Why did they check her car multiple times? Why did they check her car multiple times? Why they check your car multiple times? Why did they check her car multiple times? Multiple times? Why? That's why Nancy, think about the reason why Nancy asked that question. Nancy already knew that they checked her car multiple times. Nancy Grace already knew this. She wanted to hear what she was going to have to say. So they checked her car multiple times for what reason? See, really, we can mess up this investigation. We can distract and destroy what's going on in this with these interviews and with these things, and then sometimes it can help the police. It can help the detective. But think about it. Multiple times they checked my car. They saw something. They saw something. Of course, he been in her car. Cause that's her what? Child.
Looked at your car.
Yes, ma'am.
So your car's in the same place. You get in the car, you start looking in the neighborhood for him. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you call Mr. Proudfoot, right?
I believe I was already on the phone with him at that point.
Okay. Question. Who called 911?
I did.
You did.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
time?
Without looking at a call log, I can't give you the exact time, but on or about 6:20.
So he called the police around by 6:20. Really, that's still a good pretty time. I'm not on his side now. I'm on Sebastian's side. 6:20. If he had an elementary school, he's supposed to be already on his bus. Y'all know I just left the system, so I know at 7 o'clock the school bus be put up at that thing. So at 7:20, do she take him to school, or do the bus pick him up? So there's a lot of questions that I have with Sebastian. Sebastian likes school, cause this is his way of leaving the house. Okay, to get away out that house, it's a school. So she on the phone with Chris at 6:20. He called the cops at 6:20. Did Sebastian go back to what we said? We only focusing on Sebastian. So did Sebastian go out that door before Chris? Or did he go out the door as soon he knew Chris was gone? When did he walk out that door? When did he walk out that front door? Like Chris told you, y'all heard Chris.
And had you guys been talking on the phone before 6 a.m. or did you initially call Mr. Proudfoot at the time you realized Sebastian was gone?
I called him when I realized Sebastian was gone.
So you called, wait a minute, hold on. So you called your husband after you realized Sebastian was gone. Let me ask you something. Let me ask y'all something. We being reality. We're gonna use some reality sense with this. Look, most of y'all women, most of us women, what we'll do is when our husband on leaving, going to Mississippi, or going to area where he work at, we'll be on the phone with him. We would be up there. Now, how far you got to go, baby? Okay. You done made it there? So what you gonna do? We on the phone with him. We on the phone. Even though we gotta get out to him, we still up talking to our husband. We want to make sure he okay. But she claimed that she was on the living room sofa. So she on the sofa, she can see the front door from there. Katie can see the front door from there. Katie would have known if a front door would have closed. So we still working on the time. The timeline not right for us. Go back to what we said from the beginning. What time did he leave out that door? Chris. Did the boy leave? Did Sebastian leave before him? Before he left to go to work? Or was he still in the room? Or did y'all check? Okay. Or did he leave after him? Did he leave? Why he leave before 6:20? Why he leave before he had to go to school? I believe this young man went missing way before Chris. Either walked out that door with Chris or left before Chris. See, we have to plan it. This is a plot planned it. Okay? This is a planned situation to me, allegedly. Because we got to make it seem like he got lost. So our narrative start with the house. In the house. He went out the front door. Okay. Now I want to go back here. Where he told these ladies. Let me put my glasses on. This is what he told these ladies. Listen to this.
I've been part of the investigation since day one.
Okay.
And if anybody else out there that's got some information in regards to where Sebastian has went, because last time I checked, there's not one shred of evidence.
You know he walked off the porch is what I'm asking.
I'm telling you, unless this kid is just in this thin air on my front porch, he sure had to go somewhere. So he had to.
Chris, why is that so funny? Why is that so funny that he off of thin air? Why is it so funny, Chris? Why is this so funny that Chris said he walked out on the porch? That's the first time we heard something about a porch, didn't we? That's the first time that we heard something about a porch, because Chris said he walked out the porch and he like, psh. What's funny, Chris? This is boy missing. And you want to make a joke with the YouTubers and social media that he's missing. You making a joke out of this. Y'all be trying to make up stories, YouTube stories. But the way y'all making it's just unreal. It's unreal. So you laughing. So he went out the door and psh, he disappeared. That what Chris said. And he think that's funny. Let's go back on this.
Been out looking for Sebastian.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We were given information that you guys have left the home. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell y'all something.
Why?
I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't know what Katie looking at. Katie, I don't care what y'all say. I know I'm telling the truth. I look at body language. Okay? Katie looking at two phones. They asked Katie a question. Katie did not know how to answer that question. She looked at this phone. Then she looked back over here at this phone. This girl is reading off of something. She looking at this phone right now when that lady asked her that question. I'm going to back it up. She looked at this phone. She is looking at two phones. He looking at this phone. When that lady asked her the question, she looked at this phone. Then she had to read what she don't know what to say right here, so she has to read what they put over him. They telling her what to say, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now that it's more than one person on this thing. And don't y'all say LENITA didn't tell y'all, okay? I didn't want y'all to give me a little doubt, because I'm looking at her. It could be three phones, but they looking at two. They looking at the question they can't answer. They looking at this one. The question that they can answer, they looking over here. Katie reading. Katie's reading because she don't know that answer. So y'all got to tell me what to say. We right here for you, Katie. And right here, y'all don't know what y'all. It's a game to Chris. This is funny to Chris. This is a game that y'all remember. LENITA said it now. It's a game that they playing.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you call Mr. Proudfoot, right?
I believe I was already on the phone with him at that point.
Okay. Question. Who called 911?
I did.
You did.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
time?
Without looking at a call log, I can't give you the exact time, but on or about 6:20.
And had you guys been talking on the phone before 6 a.m. or did you initially call Mr. Proudfoot at the time you realized Sebastian was gone?
I called him when I realized Sebastian was gone.
Have you guys been out looking for Sebastian?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We were given information that you guys have left the home. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
She looking at the
Why?
other phone now.
I'm going back to work.
You're going back to work. What about you, Miss Proudfoot?
And I'm not going back to work. Not yet, at least.
He going back to work, so he made her look stupid. He made her look real stupid. It's a shame that somebody can make you look, manipulate you to make you look crazy. See how people do you? I'll make you look stupid. I'm going back to work. I don't know why she came with me. That's what Chris said. Chris said, I'm going back to work. In other words, I'm going back to work. I don't know why she followed me. And she said, because I'm going to go in bed yet. At least say yet. If y'all don't see what's going on with this show, this game that Chris and Chris playing, they in the game together, but he making her look stupid. He just made her look stupid. He just made her look stupid. I'm not. Oh, well, I'm going back to work. Well, I'm not. Not at least yet. Not yet, at least. He make her look so. He clown her in front of us. That's what an abuser do. Make you look stupid.
Did you leave the home also, Miss Proudfoot?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
To accompany my husband going back to work, and then I'm coming back.
You see what if we just did, then I just get off the line with y'all, live with y'all. When that girl said that her boyfriend didn't want no children, so she gonna drop her children at her mama's house and take off. Okay, here we go with another situation. She not even into her own kid. Right now, she not Katie really don't have she if somebody was to take Sebastian and took care of him, long as she can be with Chris, she okay. She said she went with Chris. She went why she went. She said I accompanied my husband going back to work. And then I was coming back. Really? Are you crazy? You're accompanying your husband. Your husband was at work when y'all left the first time, remember? Remember, Katie, your husband was at work when Sebastian went missing? And you went to Mississippi just to accompany him going back to work? Do that make sense, y'all? Do that make people? If we have to put our focus on Sebastian, if we don't put our focus on Sebastian, then we're not going to get anywhere. Think about what Katie just said. I was doing my husband a favor. I was going to make sure that he was okay. But Katie, your son is missing. You said your son was missing. So you're accompanying your husband going back to work, and then you coming home? Really? Why are you accompanying him instead of worrying about Sebastian? See, we more concerned about Sebastian than you are. And he's not even our child. Accompany him. You went to Mississippi to accompany him for what reason? What happened in why? Okay, you know what it sounds like, y'all. She just said what she just did. In other words, Katie saying that, well, I went down to Mississippi with him because I know that's where I want to see Sebastian while I'm not there. So is he okay? Did he make it safe? Is he all right? What happened in Mississippi? What happened there? Something happened. Because what in the world is she going to accompany him for? He was okay. Chris was okay, right, y'all? I'm trying to help me, people. Chris was already at work. Why is she accompanying him to work? Help me. Oh, wait. I need some more water. Y'all, put some lemon inside y'all water. Lemon water, good. I'm tripping. My son missing. He was in the house with me. So I leave town. I go to Mississippi. I go on my husband's job, and I wonder what music was I listened to. And I went down there to he said he went back to work. And she said she accompanied him. And then she was going to come back. So what you went down there to see how Sebastian was doing? That's what you went down there for? Well, tell us. That's what. Why you trying to make like, see, y'all trying to make this thing, y'all want this story to to be publicized, just like Kanika Jenkins' case. See, the more it stay out there, the more it's good for you. So this don't make no sense what she just said. She accompanying him, but she ain't worrying about her missing child. Are you serious? You accompany him, but you're not searching for your son. But listen to this.
Okay, when will you be back? Do you know yet?
No, not yet.
You don't know when you were gonna be back. You don't know when you were gonna be back, Katie. Katie, you older than oh y'all, I tell you, my nose itching. This girl right here is really getting to me. I mean, you really? You have an autistic son out there, and you worrying about what this man doing, and you talking about you don't know when you coming back to see about your own child. Y'all be into these relationships so bad until you ain't worried about your own child. This is crazy.
Are you concerned about being away while the search is ongoing?
Absolutely, I am.
What?
Then why are you going?
Thank you.
Because my son could be anywhere and we're looking
She
everywhere.
is reading, y'all. She is reading her script. She's reading like a robot. She's reading. I'm looking at her. She's reading. Because my son could be anywhere and we're looking everywhere. She reading. She reading her script. Nobody's stupid. Okay, let's go. Let's listen to Chris.
To walk off the front porch. Now, if you're trying to insinuate somebody was in my house or somebody's taking that child out.
Now, why did he think that somebody was insinuating that somebody was in his house? Chris, you just gave it up that somebody else was in the house. That's what you just told that lady. You said, so you insinuating that somebody was in my house and took him out that door?
Outside of my house,
No,
say
I'm not
that.
insinuating anything. I'm saying, I'm asking, do you know that he walked out your front door? Do you know?
That he went out the front door?
Or any door?
Is that what you're asking?
Do you know?
Yeah, that's what we're asking.
Okay, thank you. I just need a confirmation. I don't play games here.
See, in other words, Chris playing games with y'all. Think about what we're talking about here, because we're thinking about Sebastian, and we don't hear nobody caring about Sebastian. We don't hear them. The game is in the plot, and the game is in the plot, and y'all don't figure it out. Okay, listen to Chris. Chris trying to clear, giving himself mentally tanning up to clear what he just said. Them ladies can win against him if they stop letting Chris know that when he don't make a mistake in the interview. Stop making Chris change what he said. Like she gonna ask him, so you know that he walked out on the porch. Don't give him the clue that you don't picked up, because that man is smart. Don't question him when he give you an answer. And then he said, I don't play games here. I just told y'all it's a game. Why do he brings up game? Playing a game. And then she gonna say she just need a confirmation. Y'all messing up the case. Y'all messing up what's going on here. If y'all gonna try to figure out what happened to Sebastian, stop correcting Chris. And when I said stop correcting Chris, you already heard what Chris said. He said that he went out there on the porch. Write that down. Don't say nothing else. Don't question him. Oh, so how you know? Y'all acting like y'all doing investigation right here on YouTube, right here on your channel. You investigate him right there on the channel. Be patient about what you ask him. Write it down. Don't correct him, because then from now on he gonna be corrected. He gonna correct himself.
So, just to make this real crystal clear, there's a back door. Every door in the house, when Katie got up that morning, was locked.
Listen to what he's saying. Katie didn't tell us all these details like she told her husband. He said that every door in the house was locked. Chris is telling y'all what happened. All the doors in the house were locked. Listen to Chris. Every door in the house, when Katie got up that morning, was what? Locked. He said that every door in the house when Katie got up that morning was what? So he's saying the only way he could have went is out the front door. Chris, how you know he didn't go out the window? How you know he just went out the front door? How you know he didn't go out the window? So Chris saying that the front door was unlocked. Sebastian, we gonna catch up with him.
Okay.
Since it's already out there, there's a keypad on the front door. You don't need a key to unlock and lock my front door.
Mm-hmm.
But you need a key to lock every other door. And every other door was locked, folks.
Listen to him. Chris told y'all every door. He giving y'all a clue to his own game. He giving y'all a clue to his own game. He said every door in the house was locked. But you don't need a key to go out my front door. But every other door in the house, folks, was locked, and you need a key. So if Katie laying on the living room sofa, like she's saying she would laying on the living room sofa, then Katie saw him go out that door. She in the living room. Remember Katie said the first time Katie told her she was in her room. Her room is on the other side of the house. Sebastian's room is on the other side of the house. But now Chris tell you all the doors in the house were locked, and you don't need a key for my front door. So he's saying that's why Sebastian went out the front door. He didn't put on his shoes, y'all. Okay, let's go back. Let's do this.
Or anywhere.
I've got a question for you.
Yes,
I want to find out about Mr. Proudfoot hitting Sebastian with a belt. What happened?
That was actually several years ago, and it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot.
Why you answer that question? She want Mr. Proudfoot to answer that question. She didn't want you to answer the question. Now.
Proudfoot to Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Proudfoot, what happened?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Katie mad. See, the reason why Chris did like this, Chris said, why Chris did like this. Chris, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all Chris. Okay. Listen, look, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. They reading. They are reading. Look. These two right here. Let me make sure y'all can see. These two right here is reading. They script. Okay? They reading as Nancy speak. Okay? Just in case they don't know what to say. Somebody is helping them say what they have to say. So they have to concentrate on their vision has to be on that whatever they reading from. See, Katie is reading from this script. What her name? Chris is reading from this phone over here. Both of them is reading. Chris got hypnotized, not hypnotized. He's reading he's reading. So he didn't pay no attention to Nancy. Because they are reading, y'all. They reading. They script. They reading their script. I don't figure them out. It's a game that they playing. And if they don't play this game right, then y'all, if y'all don't figure it out, then it's over. And I'm gonna tell you, Nancy thinks she's slick. I like Nancy because Nancy doing something that I do use on people in psychology. She watching the both of them right now, y'all. And she know what they doing. She know they reading. She know they script up. And then she gonna see who gonna see. You don't know. They know who's supposed to answer what question. But Nancy gonna throw the question on him because he reading and she reading. She thinks she's supposed to answer the question, but Nancy gonna trick the. She gonna say, "Chris, Proudfoot." I'm talking to Chris.
Happened.
That was actually several years ago, and it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Proudfoot, what happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And she had to look and see what he read. Y'all better pay what I'm trying. You don't have to listen to me or not, but I'm trying to tell y'all. He was reading from over here, in Katie wanted to know what did he read for him to like. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm about to take it back again. Look. He reading.
To Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Proudfoot, what happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were asking me.
He didn't misunderstood nothing. He didn't misunderstood nothing, y'all. Y'all, and then she reading. What did he read? What he just read? Y'all just tell me who. I understand. I thought you was asking. I'm sorry. I misunderstood because you were reading what they telling you to read. You trying to read your script. Now your wife trying to see what in the world they just tell you. What are you reading? Boy, these folks smarter than what y'all think they are.
Katie, Sebastian got in trouble.
Look at Nancy looking at the other phone. Nancy looking at the other phone. Boy, they ain't fooling me. They fooling y'all, but they ain't fooling me.
And I had asked him, I said, hey, you got to have a punishment for this. He says, yes, sir. And I said, okay. So I gave him a swat with a belt on his butt.
My thing is, I don't understand you, ma'am. He's younger than you. It doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter. Why is this man hitting on your son, touching your son when his dad is alive? Why are you letting that happen? That's not his daddy. He don't have no business touching that little boy, period. Why you ain't saying, why Chris didn't say, I'm going to call your daddy. I'm going to ask your father. I'm going to tell your father what you did. Why do he feel that he has to discipline her son? Why do you feel that he has to discipline your son? Why? You ain't got no business with nobody with no nigga them on their butt for nothing. You're not. That's not your son. I don't understand this relationship. God, and both of them reading that stuff. See 'em? They reading, they reading, they reading, and they ain't reading though. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Chris is not reading no comment section. Chris only read the comment section when he's on your show, so he can see what the audience is telling him, talking and saying to him. But they're not one time mentioning what people are saying. They don't want. They don't. They are reading what they are supposed to read. They script. They are scripted all up backwards.
Buttocks on the outside of his clothes, one swat.
What did he lie about?
Honestly, I don't remember at the time, but it was probably something dealing with school because that's majority where his issues lie.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Did he have
minute.
other
But
issues?
see, to let them tell us, let them tell us. Chris didn't have no problem in school. Let the school tell us Chris didn't have no problem. But let this man right here said majority where his issue lied. His issue was lying in school. That's where he had his issues. But then when we listen to the teacher, oh, he just smiled and he this and he that. I don't understand that. I don't understand. They priority in the wrong place.
So it had,
Did Katie do that?
Do
Katie
what?
did Katie make sure all the other doors were locked, and could have Sebastian just walked out? Could he have walked out the front door?
Every door was locked.
so what you're saying is that the only possibility is the front door. Is that what you're saying?
Is that he walked out the front door.
Okay.
Well, where Chris, you can't get mad because it don't make no sense what you saying. I don't know why he got upset with them lady. I don't know, understand why he don't know he don't make sense. So you trying to tell me that if Sebastian want to walk out the front door, he can just go out. Cause my daughter used to have one of those pads on her doors. You have to know the code to come in the door. But I noticed on the other side of the door, from the inside of the house, it didn't have a pad. So it seemed like to me what Chris saying is you could take the doorknob, you could just walk up and just open it because you don't need the code from the inside of the house to open the door. You could just open up the door and go out the door. That's not safe for that boy. Who idea was it to get a door like that for kids? My daughter had one for a kid, but she changed the door. She changed it. She don't have that door no more. Cause I mentioned about the door when but when we're not about them, but anyway, that you could just open up the door and go out. But in order to get in the door, you had to put that code in there. Okay, maybe he went out the door and wanted to come back in the door. Have we thought about Sebastian doing that? Okay, maybe he went out the door to breathe for a minute, but he needed a code to get back in the door. He didn't know the code to get back in the door. Since they had a padlock there, he might have didn't know how to get back in the house. So if he didn't know how to get back in the house, so we got to think about Sebastian. So if he didn't know if he don't have a code to get back in the house, where else would he sleep at? It was cold out there. It was cold that night. He had no shoes, and he was cold. Okay. And Chris said he walked out the front door, y'all. That's the only door in the house that he could have went out. So what you saying that you had padlock? You had a lock. You need a key to lock the other doors in the house. That's what he said. Now I'm just asking you all, as the people, not Chris, but Sebastian opened up the door and walked out And that door shut behind him. Now he's scared as I don't know what, because I don't even supposed to be out here. But I don't even know how to get back in that door. But he could have ran the doorbell, but he didn't want his mama to know. His mama would have told Chris, and he would have got a whipping for that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Did he walk out without his shoes on? Is that what you believe?
My statement earlier is real simple. Sebastian walked out of the house not wearing any shoes.
Could he have been running and scared of something?
Don't know. He could. It's a young boy. It's dark outside. God only knows.
Okay. Now, there is
Is at school?
Some behavioral stuff, but nothing too crazy.
What kind of behavioral stuff?
He has a hard time. He's awkwardly socially like blending in with students, so it's a little.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe he has a social. He don't know how to socialize with other kids. I don't think he have a hard time of blending in with students. Really don't. But not from after what the teachers told us, all this good stuff about him. That he a good student, he this and he that. Are the parents on any hard drugs? Y'all don't mention nothing about drugs when it comes down to some people, certain colors. Are they on some kind of drugs or anything? Hard stuff? Are they on any kind of something? Because we don't mention that when it comes down to a certain group of people. But we don't. But this needs to be brought up in this case, because that's what somehow I'm feeling this. So he socially like blending in with other students. He have an awkward. Sometimes he don't know how to blend in with us. I believe he do know how to blend in with other students. I really do.
He's trying to figure out how to do it, but respecting people's space. He gets a little too close.
Yeah, what this man said. Did you hear what Chris saying? See, Chris don't like the fact that he jealous. I can hear him speak out that he is so jealous the way he be up in his mama face. That's what Chris, he said he gets a little too close. He be in his mama face. I always want to kiss on his mama. That's what I hear. And he love to do this, love to hug and stuff. They love to hug. Chris jealous. He don't like that. Chris don't like that. Cause he said in school he be out in the children's face. Now he do it mama like that too. He hug his mama like that. He be in his mother face all the time, you know. Chris don't like that.
And then kids don't really accept that too much, so it kind of causes an issue.
That ain't what the teacher said. It caused no issue in school. That ain't what the teachers told us. The teacher told us that he's doing that they love him and he likable and all that kind of stuff.
Is somebody that has been asking to come on, and Gray Hughes, he would like to talk to you.
And ridiculed the public and said a bunch of hateful things and inappropriate things. I have not done that. So I'm sorry that folks are upset that day one, Katie and I were not on TV or on YouTube expressing everything. Well, you say that. But as you said, social media is here to stay. So
Absolutely.
with that being in mind, you're one, and there are millions out there that think otherwise.
I would never,
So-
I would never
I didn't say
expect you to come on.
But
I'm not saying you.
I think the way he was just talking a minute ago, to me, it sounded normal, given the fact that the 90% of the chat is just trashing him.
No, that's not true. That is not true.
For everybody else there, and we love you all, regardless of what you think. But you know what? Once again,
Yeah. I think
Well-
when his first interview, you got to admit, his first few interviews were really calm. The one on
Y'all can't. One thing about Chris, y'all. First of all, I told y'all to. Chris could be your man to tell you don't like what's going on. Chris can be the person that don't like what's going on. Chris could be the person who got the most sense, but don't know how to express himself. Chris can be the person that know what happened. Chris can be the leader of the pack, but blames everybody else because he involved in it too. Oh, I got some flood in my knee. Oh.
But he'll not stop and he continues on. So then it causes an issue, and instead of being honest about it, he'll lie. Like, no, I didn't. Okay, Sebastian.
And see, Chris, you laugh. See, the thing is, I'm gonna tell you, a child can get confused when they try to be like you. You're a prankster, you're a laugher, you like to play. And so when a child see that their parents like to play a lot and lie and just play, they start doing what you doing. And then when they start doing what you doing, they doing it in a different way than what you doing, but they really doing, he really acting like you, Chris. You remember you were calling on people's phone on social media and you were acting like you were somebody else. Remember you pranked somebody like that? So Chris, Sebastian play a lot like you play a lot. So why is it something wrong with Sebastian playing a lot like you?
Mine about to.
Was that the first time? Was that the first time you had ever hit him with a belt?
Yes, ma'am. The one and only time, actually.
When was this?
Years ago, ma'am.
Any idea how many? 3, 10, 1?
It probably at least 3 years ago.
I don't understand how that.
Now, I want to ask y'all a question. I want to ask y'all a serious question. Because I just don't understand why y'all ain't questioning what I'm questioning. I just don't understand. They don't act like they own nothing to y'all. When I say they own any some kind of substances, something, they I want her to be relaxed. If Katie can relax, I know when your child missing, still I know when your child is missing, you're gonna feel a certain way, but still it's a relax somewhere, not relaxed, but like a lot of parents can get on television, they can talk about their child missing and stuff like that. I want her like that. I want Katie like that. Maybe she doing that behind the scene. She give us another show, but when she get on the interview, she give us another show. And she is pale. She is pale. She talking on the inside. Katie holds a lot of back. She holds a lot back. And she don't found out that she don't got herself stuck in a situation and it's hard for her to get out. Because I'm still thinking about she went out of town and she said she went to accompanying her husband, but she didn't do nothing to accompany her missing son. I don't understand that part. I would never understand that part. Maybe I don't put my children in front of my men.
Turned into a CPS or Child Protective Services complaint. How were they
That-
alerted
that-
that you hit him with a belt?
That did not turn into a CPS service call.
There were other CPS reports, right? Were they regarding your other child?
There is one in regards to my daughter that I know of out in New Mexico with my ex-wife and myself.
What happened?
At the time, my ex-wife had fled to New Mexico with my daughter. We were going through a custody and then a divorce case at that time. And at the time, when I called and tried to check in on my daughter, I could never reach my ex-wife at that time. So a welfare check was requested. Law enforcement told me to call CPS if I had concerns. So I called CPS. Law enforcement did make a welfare call, and that was it.
Then how does that turn into a CPS
Thank
complaint
you.
against you?
I have no idea, ma'am. There's a lot of misinformation out there right now in regards
No, she ain't asked you about the misinformation, Chris. She asked you the information about the CPS and about your daughter. You didn't answer her question, so maybe you need to answer her question. So the misinformation there you jumped on. Well, there's a lot of oh yeah, hold on. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Well, Chris, she just asked you that. Out there right now in regards to this, well, she asked you a question. You didn't answer her question. You didn't answer Nancy's question. And I like how she handled you.
Can you answer, was he planning to go live with Seth?
Yes.
Okay. And was he excited about it?
No.
Okay.
Did y'all hear that? Chris said he wasn't excited to go live with Seth. Why wouldn't he be excited to go live with Seth? Let's see what Seth has to say.
At one point he was, but no.
Do you know why?
So at one point, he was excited to live with Seth. When did that point change? We got to ask ourselves, when did that point change from him? Y'all, I did not see y'all message. Hey, y'all, I did not see y'all. Don't want to. Okay. But back to this. Okay, now I can see. Okay. He said one point he was, but no, he didn't want to live with his dad. 1 minute he want to live with his father. 1 minute he don't want to live with his father. I don't believe that.
He changed, why he wasn't excited?
Yes, because he was informed that he will be doing online schooling vice, in-person school.
Okay.
Okay. Was there a reason for that?
That's personal matters of my
Okay.
family that will not be discussed with.
Wait a minute. So he was gonna do, it's a personal matter in the family that they would not discuss, why he would, when he say he didn't want to go stay with his dad because, hold on. He say he didn't want to go stay with his dad because he didn't want to do online schooling. That don't sound right. That don't sound. In order for him to do online schooling, SAP can't be no correctional officer or security, wherever he's supposed to be, uh, uh, away from that boy like that. So he don't want to stay with his dad. Chris said the only reason why he don't want to stay with the father because he won't let him. He won't let him go to school. He'll let him do work online. I don't. Some fishy about that.
Quality as, I mean, the stuff that you see on TV and, you see a demo of a camera in a store. It's different when you put it on a house and different elements. So, you know,
Okay, so it was so dark that it is logical to conclude that the cameras that Sebastian would have gone by, would have walked by.
No, I understand why we right there.
Katie, because I didn't see the information what you're referring to as Tony Mathis's.
Okay.
At one point he was, but no.
Do you know why he changed, why he wasn't excited?
Yes, because he was informed that he will be doing online schooling vice, in-person school.
Okay. Was there a
Well,
reason for
Chris,
that?
why? My thing is with you. Why would y'all complain that he don't get along with other kids in school? You complain that he this and that while he in school, but he don't want to go over his dad's house just because he that he don't want to be at home. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
My New Mexico case that actually has no relevance to the Sebastian case.
Then was there even a CPS complaint against you in New Mexico?
Not that I am aware of. And my attorney and myself are well educated on my case, and there's nothing that we know of.
Wait a minute, that don't even make
Bones
no
and other items were found at that.
that don't make no difference than what you just said. You and your educated, so your Kate, that boy been missing since February, y'all. And we is in May. Let's just say March, April. Let's say May about to go 3 months. Sebastian been away for 3 months. And y'all gonna tell me that he's not taking his medication? Y'all, where is he? Can nobody find him? Who do they know? Who do Chris know in Mississippi? Who do they know in Mississippi? When Sebastian went missing, y'all, he was last seen February the 26th at 6:30 a.m. He was last seen wearing a black sweatpants. They put him in all black. Black sweatpants, black sweatshirt. They say he didn't have on a sweatshirt. Now they changed it and said that he had on a long sleeve shirt and not a sweatshirt. Glasses, no shoes. Why did the sweatshirt change from a long sleeve shirt? Sebastian left with a small flashlight. Why did Sebastian take a flashlight and not a dog? Why he didn't take his doggy? Why he didn't take his book bag? He ain't run away. Not to me. And then they put an Amber Alert. I have a question. Has the Amber Alert been lifted on Sebastian case? Let me type this in. Has the Amber Alert been lifted? I don't hear nobody talking about stuff. Y'all said we looking for Sebastian, right? These are questions y'all should be saying on YouTube. Have the Amber Alert been lifted? Okay, I want y'all to say something. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute.
At Staple.
Hold on. No, that ain't it. I'm trying to hold on for a minute, y'all. Okay, while I'm looking for this, looking for something, I'm gonna let y'all listen to this. Listen to this, y'all.
That's personal matters in my
Okay.
family that will not be discussed with.
Understood. And I respect that. Thank you. He was on medication. Did he get his medication changed recently?
When you say recently, can you define recently?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know, maybe within the last few months. I'm trying to think of something that maybe would have changed his behavior for some reason.
It's really hard to say yes or no to that, just
Mhm.
because he goes and sees his doctors, and then in there they will talk about his medication and things that they want to change or if it needs to change.
Right.
But I mean, as far as I know, I'm not.
Chris, you're not even his father. How would you know that answer? How would you know if his medication been changed? I'm so the game got to stop being played. The game, this is a game to me. This is a game, and it's not played right. It's not played fairly, and especially when Sebastian is.
Thank you for
involved in this.
joining us. I'm Marnie Hughes, and this is Missing on LENITA. Concerns then escalated when Spanish authorities found no evidence of
I didn't see any difference, but
And is it, and again, it's horrible.
That's what I think. Yeah.
It's horrible.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
it
just
should not be that way.
That's just kind of where I'm coming from. I appreciate communicating with him. We've had nothing but good conversations, and that's it. I mean, that's all I can do. And
dog hints toward a scent and takes over off to the retention pond and the construction site.
Put them on and to be a really, really strong signal. I mean, it'll sound really good.
Well, I think it's just like his cell signal up there is not the greatest.
Oh, it's a cell. Okay.
Yeah.
But if he wants to,
I mean, if he's on his cell phone, let me.
Heather, if you want to give him my number, and Chloe has it,
Am I going to say every single dog? No, but I do know of at least 3 dogs that went on the same scent trail, same path. The rest of the dogs, I'm not going to tell you that they are 100% honest and perfect and accurate, because honestly, dogs are only probably 25% reliable.
You see how
when
he's
it
so.
comes to a scent.
See, you know what, y'all?
Okay.
Now, 8 days, I've had dogs in my house the first 8 days. In my house, outside my house, around the neighborhood. So, yeah.
So they've been there and, yeah, so they did, you're saying they did hit and they all went to that pond?
No, I
No?
didn't say all that. I just told you I've had 13 to 18 dogs in my house and around my house.
Mm-hmm.
I told you 3 different dogs hit on the same path that go to that retention pond.
Right.
I'm
That's
not going to say that every other dog.
Not every dog, but some dogs hit. Okay.
Right. So, but I want this to be crystal clear.
Okay.
So when people say every dog, that is not the case. 3 dogs went on the same path.
Okay.
That is all that we have on that. The rest of these dogs.
Can I ask y'all something? I listened to Chris Proudfoot speak. Is something mentally, do he have any mental issues? Is something mentally, do he have any mental issues going on with him that affect his decisions? I just want to know, because the way he just described these dogs, he said the path that the dogs take. He said, I'm not saying all the dogs. I had 18 dogs in my house. They brought 18 dogs in your house? You don't need but one cadaver dog in your house. You don't need no 18 dogs in your house. See, that don't sound right. People normal don't speak like that. He got 18 dogs in his house. Lord, how much Jesus? Help me, Lord, help me, Jesus. What's going on here? 18 dogs in his house, and they don't need but one.
It's going different directions, but it's all unreliable.
Understood. We do have a question from Michelle. Chris, was Ellie able to go in and search the cave they said had collapsed about 10 feet in? I haven't heard this.
Okay, so Ken Widener is the EMA director for Sumner County.
Listen to this, y'all, because I ain't heard about this. Listen. Some of y'all who haven't heard nothing like I heard. Listen to this, y'all.
They called in all kinds of stuff, got layouts with where these caves were. I don't believe, and I'm not telling you by the gospel, I don't believe they were able to get into certain caves because they were not safe to enter. The one that she is referring to that collapsed, honestly, we know that the one collapsed, but we don't believe they had anything to it.
Got it.
A cave collapsed. Y'all doing too much in this case.
Please, go ahead.
All right.
This the daddy.
Mainly, Chris, the communication needs to be a little bit more prompt. If I send you an email on Monday and Tuesday, I'm not willing to wait a week to get a response back. I mean, that's unacceptable when we're trying to find Sebastian, buddy.
I understand what you're saying. I respect that. But when it comes to you asking people to come into my house on my property, who I don't know Adam from Eve, and I really don't care what certification, who can vouch for these people, I don't care. I'm going to do exactly what I have always been doing. You send that to me.
Okay, well,
I'm going to review it, and then we're going to send it to
we're
law
gonna interrupt you,
enforcement.
Chris.
Let law enforcement go that route, and then when law enforcement comes
Speak for us. Doesn't
Hold on.
need to be on your property.
Hold
See,
on,
this
Chris.
is
Chris, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Seth, what did you say?
I said the person to be our spokesman to speak for all three of us doesn't need to be on your property.
Okay,
But
Chris.
yeah,
You're
you
correct.
have
You are
spoken
very correct.
to him
I have spoken to him,
when
and I'm going to make this public. I am back working, and I have work hours. I also have to sleep, and unfortunately,
Why is he so mad? Why is Chris Proudfoot so angry? Why is he so upset? I don't understand. Why is he so upset? He is talking about the father who is missing his son, trying to communicate with him, and he's snapping on him. Chris is snapping. Why is he mad? He's saying he got to sleep. It's all about him getting some sleep. Unfortunately, he can't get no sleep because y'all keep knocking on his door. Go back out of town and sleep inside that little truck thing you got, the RV. Go sleep inside there, Chris. You don't have to be up under Katie. Why do you think that you have to be up under Katie? Because you think Katie is going to tell something? Go on to work. Leave Katie at home. Why you don't want her alone? You can get some sleep. Go sleep in that little RV you have. You been sleeping in it? All right, y'all. I work hours. And I had to get my sleep. And I can't get no sleep because y'all keep knocking on my door. Oh, shoot, man. Y'all full. I see why the police, see why we ain't got no news coverage on this case. I see why we got no news coverage. These people gonna stop talking about this case. And I'm gonna keep talking about it until they stop playing games with this case. They playing games, yo. I mean, we ain't got no updates. Usually, if something happened for real, in reality, they don't gave us something from the news, an update. They ain't even. They not even doing nothing.
I'm on the opposite schedule of you. So respect that.
And Sebastian, get quiet. He told you to respect him. Woo! What you gonna say, Sebastian? Why you quiet? This is what your son do. He get quiet when y'all yell at him, Sebastian. Not Sebastian, but Seth. That man just told you what he wants you to know, and you ain't got nothing to say. Defend your son.
I will do what I can, as I can, when I can.
I'm sorry, Seth, go ahead.
When did you speak with him, Chris?
What has that got to do with finding Sebastian?
If he's going to be our spokesperson, I was just asking when you spoke with him.
I haven't come up with an answer yet. We spoke with him. We told him we'll get back with him after we've done some consideration and talking with law enforcement. We'll get back to him, and we'll let him know our decision.
So,
I know you're on board with that. I do. I mean, I know you're 1,000% on board with Mr. Mathis. I got that. I'm not taking that away from you.
So, Chris, I understand like every marriage is different and husband-wife aspect. You seem very protective of Katie and her having conversations with or without you. But like I said before you came on, I do believe that Katie is the one who, and I'm not saying it's because she knows what happened to Sebastian, but she was the last person that was with him. And so she does hold the most information, at least up until the point that he went missing.
What information do you think she holds?
Well, I'm going to get to that.
Well, then do me a favor. Let's just get to it.
Whoa. Whoa, Chris. Good Lord, Chris. Oh. Look how he talking to that lady. I'm going to get to that. Well, then, do me a favor. Let's just get to it. Oh, my goodness. This man is angry, y'all. This man is angry. Why he angry, I don't know. Why he upset, I don't know. Why he mad, I don't know.
Okay.
Don't pour gravy on the mashed potatoes. Just serve the stuff up.
Chris, I'm really trying to be respectful, and this is a very...
I am too. So please just get to it.
Okay.
No,
so
you're
we would really love to hear from Katie about his body language that day. We've heard from others who are not necessarily good sources about his body language at the bowling alley and his body language here and there. And so we're just really trying to pick up on Sebastian's mood because it could help us understand what led to him walking away off the front porch out the front door.
Well, that is something that if she decides to answer, that's on her. But what I know is, even on video, Sebastian was having a great day. He was in a great mood. He got to go to BJ's. He had a colossal popcorn.
Listen to this, y'all. Why do they colossal popcorn? Why they have to put that popcorn in there? Why they have to tell us that he had the popcorn? Yeah, that's all he ate was popcorn. He got to go to BJ's. He ain't never been to BJ's before. He had a colossal popcorn. So he had never had no popcorn, that kind of popcorn before. Think about y'all what Chris is saying. Why is it so important that we supposed to be happy that he went to a place that he never went before? How many cases have we fit that we have talked about that they go to their favorite places first? Okay, he went to BJ's and he had some popcorn, certain kind of popcorn, like he ain't never had no popcorn before, and like he ain't never been to BJ's before. What's so happy, enthusiastic about him being for the first time? He got to go to BJ's. He had a chance to go to BJ's before he became missing. He had a chance to get his favorite popcorn, colossal popcorn before he left. He had a good big time before he left, and he became missing, y'all, after he had all this good stuff. So why did y'all show him a good time like you won't be able to see no BJ's where you going? This is what I'm just saying. You're not going to be able to eat the kind of popcorn where you're going. You're not going to be able to go to BJ's anymore. I'm not going to be able to take you to have a good time anymore. This is going to be the last day that I see you. Allegedly, y'all. That's what I'm thinking.
He hung out with family. He went and played video games.
He hung out with family.
Fair. After that, he went.
He hung out with. He got a chance to go to BJ's. He ate his favorite popcorn, not his favorite popcorn, expensive popcorn. And he played video games. He got a chance to be with the family at Strike and Spare. And after that, why is he having all this good time? What, he got a child support big check or something? Why all of a sudden? Now, where is Chris? Who family is this he having all this good time? Who family is this? On video, Sebastian was having he said on the video. What video? Y'all, we focus over here on this channel for about Sebastian. What video did he see Sebastian on having a great time? Can we see that video? Is it okay we see him having a good time?
Great Dave was in a great mood.
A great Dave was in a great mood. He was in all this great mood and having a great time, and he ran away. Help me out. Help me out. I want y'all to tell me something new. And I know between what I said so thus far, that haven't been said before. This young man was in a great mood and having a great time. Talk to me.
He got to go to BJ's. He
got to go to BJ's and had some popcorn. He don't get a chance to go places. That's why sometimes children don't know how to act because they don't get a chance to go places.
I lost some popcorn. He hung out with family.
What family? Name some of these family people that he hung out with, and I bet allegedly he did something wrong when he went out. That's what the mama told. The mama said Chris had to send him a video because he said he saw a video of him having a good time. Well, can we see it? Can we see that video? We want to see the video of him having a great time where he hung out with his family. Can we see the family video? Can we see what Sebastian was doing?
He went and played video games.
He went to play video. He did a whole lot of good time, didn't he? And then he come missing. That's how it goes anyway. When they don't have a good time, that means that this when he's supposed to be going away, y'all, and y'all supposed to be figuring out what happened to him, okay? But they don't realize that they already done messed this up. We already know he's safe. We already know Sebastian's safe because y'all ain't making no sense. He hung out with his family and friends. He got a chance to go to BJ, went to the video, played video games. Come on. Now he's supposed to go missing. Y'all put two and two together. I just saw up this thing for y'all. He alive.
Strike and Spare.
He went to all these different places, had an amusement time, and he missing. He's missing. He got a chance to do everything. Now he gone away. Now he done vanish in thin air after having all that great time. Have a good time, and now he gone.
He went and had dinner at Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse.
He went to Texas Roadhouse. He went to video games. He had a favorite popcorn. He BJ. He do this and that. Now we about to go eat some steak. We went to Texas Roadhouse. Let's see all this good time video. Can we see the video? Can the people at least see the video? So that good memories.
House, he ate his whole meal.
He ate his whole meal.
I mean, everything in the video.
But can we see the video? Can we see the video? Can the people of the United States of America see the video? Why can't we see the video? Why can't we see the video of this young man having a great time, 15-year-old having a great time? He said everything's on the video. Everything is on video. Let us see the video. They show us everything on the news when something happened to somebody done.
In the videos that Seth has seen.
So Seth, you seen the video. You seen the video, Seth. What do you think about the video, Seth? He said that you seen the video. Tell us something good about the video that you saw. Come on.
He doesn't show any negative signs of he's upset or anything like that.
No,
as far as we all know.
Because he didn't know he was going to disappear. He didn't know he was going to disappear. It shocked him that he disappeared like that.
Sebastian had a great day.
No, I mean, it sounds like a really great day. I mean, they did a lot. I was just curious, and like I said, I mean, every relationship is different, and you're protective of Katie and who she communicates without you.
Their inbox with crap.
I know
You
how
don't.
frustrated you are, but I know you are frustrated, and I am not saying that's not valid.
Buddy?
So you didn't see, you weren't sitting in a room.
How long, y'all? Let me see. How it keep on sliding. Hold on, y'all.
So to speak, if that's the case.
Right.
But we're not going into this. We're not going to play this tit for tat on social media. We're not doing this.
Okay, Seth, go ahead.
Chris, unbeknownst to you, had already talked to Sebastian. He knew this wouldn't be a permanent thing. And me and him had already.
He said he already talked to
Well,
somebody.
that right there's a conversation you should have had with Katie and myself about what your plans were.
I'm sorry, do you want?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
What Seth was saying is that if I had known the conversation that him and Sebastian had, that I would know the whole thing. But the downside is that's where Seth should have had that same conversation with me and Katie, and that didn't happen. But this goes right back to, here's the thing. If you're saying that because he didn't want to go live with his dad, he potentially ran away, is that a possibility? Sure, we'll put that out there.
Okay.
But quite honestly, what goes on between Seth, me, his mom, and our households is none of the public's business.
What are you talking about? Oh, you just made my nose itch. Come off right there, Camper. Camper. Oh, he itself. Whatever goes on in, he act like it's a threesome. Whatever goes on in our household is none of the public's business. Miss Katie, what going on, girl? What you got going on with these boys? What you doing? Who done left the little game y'all were playing? Chris make it seem like it was. Chris knows something.
If it had something to do with his disappearance, I would understand that, but it doesn't.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, I understand that. That's why we're making this clear.
And that's
Right.
what I asked about his day, because I
Let's
didn't
go back
know.
to the day. Okay, go
I
ahead,
didn't
Miguel.
know. Okay, so Chris, you know.
Watches, rumors, together. That's all I am stating.
Okay, Chris?
This is a rumor floating around, and I would like us to squash it.
Yeah, I think that is a great rumor to try to squash. That one's on Facebook, and the rumor is actually that about your mom, her car being parked at like Worsham's and him getting
Okay,
in.
so here's the answer. The final answer to this.
It's not just an online rumor because people have driven up to me and personally spoken about this.
Okay,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, can I make the statement?
I wish
This is very simple. This conversation has nothing to do on social media. You want to have this conversation, Seth? You call me, you get Heather, you get Chloe on the phone. Hell, I'll do you one better, and I will get Bobby and Carter on the phone, and we'll all sit down and have this little fucking powwow.
We're not going to have a powwow like that, but I would
Well, then guess what?
the situation, and I would love for it to be private because I believe a lot of what is happening right now should not be public.
So explain to me why you don't want Bobby and Carter involved.
I didn't say I didn't want Bobby and Carter involved. I said I was referring to your tone, which is very angry.
Oh, I'm very pissed.
I know that. I think we just.
Mad. God, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This man ain't angry for nothing. This man is not an angry man for nothing. He's not a mad man for nothing. Seems like to me he has tolerated enough. Why is he pissed off like he said? I just don't understand why they can't come together and we got a missing boy here. I see why Sebastian tired of this kind of stuff. I believe it was a plan, y'all, that he's supposed to be gone and y'all supposed to be figuring out where he is, okay? All right. I think Katie done got herself something in something, and she didn't talk to Seth about talk to Chris about it.
Just all need to take a breath because no one is accusing anyone of anything. We are trying to dispel concern. Dispelling these things will take
so full of
some
shit.
of the BS off.
You hear him talking to Seth? You so full of. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I just.
Off of you.
Whoa. That was uncalled for.
I understand. I see where people got that.
Right.
But that is a conversation that Seth and I had privately. You know, I'm sorry, but we're not going to sit here and drag certain things into this. It has nothing to do with it. I told Seth, you know, basically we should all go to church. We should pray. That's exactly what it was in reference to.
Understood.
Y'all, can I ask y'all something? Dude, I'm going to ask y'all this question again. I'm going to ask you a question again. Is Seth, not Seth, Duke, is Chris going through something of him? Is he have a mental health problem? Do he have a mental illnesses? Does something, because it seemed like to me he just went in and he came out. He went out, he came in. He talking real nice. But y'all, you know, I'm thank y'all for watching and everything. I don't got hungry that time for dinner, lunch. What time is it? Okay. It's just 1:30. We're gonna go ahead on, y'all, and
Bye. Bye.
I hope whatever they doing or whatever they playing, I hope it works for the benefit of deciding to cut it out and leave it alone and bring Sebastian home. I just feel like it's a play in this. It's a play. I just feel like it's a play. And be honest with you, I don't think Katie told Chris what was gonna go on. Chris mad. I think. I don't know. Y'all like, share, and subscribe, okay? I'm out.